with the leveling stuff yet.
2d6
But, I
rating.
think 3 to 4. There's not a whole lot difference as far as the fighter. There's just a couple more things. I glanced over it at lunch today, so.
All
Right?
right, fellow adventurers, let's go ahead and jump right in. I know we do all have limited time here, so let's go ahead and get that started as far as the
Sorry.
recap. So, Hugo, with the recap, if you don't mind here, I know you got excellent notes as usual. Go ahead and take it away, and I'll zoom in on your face in the video again if you haven't watched it already.
Yeah. On our last adventure, we made it back to the hole in the ground. We devised a plan to make a net to cover the hole and try and lure out the creature. And since Evander could breathe, or doesn't have to breathe, we sent him down to try and lure it out. He found out that there is actually breathable air deeper in there. So he came back up, packed up the net, headed down, started hearing some funky noises, and found some little baby insects that just got slaughtered. It was a massacre.
Teppanyaki!
Teppanyaki Evander. Yep.
The further we went down into the tunnels, we found a few more babies, eventually stumbling upon the Big Mama.
Big Mama.
We did some shrinkage, a little bit of enlarging. Things got out of control. And yeah, we all took some swings at it, and eventually it went down by one of my firebolt cantrips.
Yep. Yeah, it's that's pretty much exactly what happened. Yep. I have no.
I have a note that says Pugo Mage Armor.
Yeah, I cast Mage Armor before we went in.
Yeah. Don't forget.
I was concerned with the size of the beast.
Got it. I got it. Then it goes grapple, 7 HP left, and large, and then finish. So
perfect. So that leaves us, if we go back to roll 20. So we're technically still in there.
I'm gonna throw this mic stand in the trash can.
We left off standing right next to the dead beast.
Yee.
What? Yeah. I'm trying to.
My notes weren't that great for last one because I took notes of we took the left tunnel. And then we went back to the right tunnel.
Yeah, we went to the right tunnel. Yeah.
Really bad note for as far as flavor.
Dude, you've been taking great notes. You've been doing the recaps, bruh. Great notes.
And Vendrella did find mushrooms.
Lots of them. I do remember that.
Yep.
We had to stop and gather.
Gazazai mushrooms. Okay, so let me pull up the zero real quick. So yes, you guys are there on atop of the slaughtered giant beast of the Anchorage, and this was a queen that you can deduct, as there were babies everywhere. So this wasn't the normal one that you can find in the Dungeon Master's Guide. This is a queen version. But yeah, so we can also say that the enlarge and shrinkage has now worn off. Everyone is now standard sizing here. You guys do hear chirps and cheeps throughout the tunnel of what you guys heard from the other baby ankages from that you guys have delightfully butchered along the way to this here location. And now you guys are just standing some heaving and panting beside the massive beast right here ish.
As it flailed and died on fire.
Yep. All right. So what do you guys want to do now that you in the cave in this nest den?
I'm gonna stand up and kind of, not really that I wasn't. I was kind of like hunched over, if you will, and kind of stand up and give myself a shake. Kind of, well, because I was already covered in the goo, and then we came in and did this, and it with Pugo's flames, it kind of made like caramelized them a bit, and I kind of gotta shake the wick off of it a little bit
Sure.
and go, Vendrala, we were here for the poison sacks. Do you think that this beast has what we're looking for?
Why don't you find out?
Oh gosh, yeah, this could be a problem.
Do you want? Would you like me to go at it? And I'm gonna shink off both of my swords and hold them up, walking towards it.
This will be a survival check. I'll let you speak amongst yourselves on who wants to roll for it.
This is a survival check on the killing the queen, or if I go trying to get the thing.
To check for the sacks. That's what you're doing right now, right? You want to shink to the sacks?
I've asked Vendrala if it should.
Oh, to do it?
If this beast has it. Do you think this is what we're looking for?
It's gotta be. The little babies didn't have any.
That's
I'm
a
gonna
fair
pull my
point.
dagger out. Yeah, I can take a stab at it.
All right, I want to go over and I want to inspect it.
Okay. What are you looking for?
I'm looking for these stupid sacks.
Okay.
Stupid sex.
Wait,
I didn't know that
who originally identified the creature? Was it Pugo? Or was it Vendrala?
No, it was me.
It was you?
Vendrala.
It was me.
Okay. I'm gonna give you advantage on this one because you got a great check on it last time because I remember reading off from the book almost verbatim. So let's go ahead and roll for medicine check so that way you know like what's going on with like some of the anatomy.
Perfect.
And again, rolling on advantage. Rolling is always a d20. You roll it twice, so you'll roll this bad boy and take
Twice.
the higher of the two.
Now we're playing D&D. No, I'm just kidding. No, that's good.
18.
You got a
18.
-1 on your wisdom.
All
so
right.
17.
So 17, technically, because of -1 on wisdom.
From the slight books that you've seen based off of insect anatomy, you can take a pretty wild guess and be pretty accurate on where the location of these venom sacs are. So with that being said, go ahead and you'll go ahead and start digging around. Do you want to tell me like how are you getting nitty gritty with this? Are you very dainty with the type of surgical procedure you're about to partake in, or what? How's that looking?
Oh, I'm gonna pull out my dagger and I'm just gonna like slice and dice.
Like Flamin' Yong, just like slice.
Mhm.
Okay. All right. So that works. That sounds good to me. All right. So you take some time. You delicately remove the sheath of armor that it has from its thorax or whatever chest part is. And so it's like these giant plates of like hardened skin that are 3 inches thick on this thing. Like when you guys were hitting it, you had to hit it pretty hard and it was a high AC. So that's now you understand why this was so difficult. So finally you pull it back to reveal a fleshy layer where this ooey gooey purple stuff that is on, of course, Avender as well is now exposed to like the muscle and everything. You take your time. You did a great roll, so you slicing off the flanks and laying them down, probably meticulously, I can imagine. And then finally you get to these orb-like spheres with a tube running into its mouth that you can follow up, and you do obtain the venom sacs that you guys needed. And hold on, you got both of them. So now you have 2, quantity 2. Chantel says, "Good job."
How's this go? How does this play out, Vendrella?
They already did fight. Goes... You'd be a party ruiner.
Party rooter.
She's like, just fight each other. And I was like, no.
I mean, I'm already almost dead, so nah, we're good.
So, nah. Alrighty, yeah. So
Go. Take these. Hold on to them. Don't lose them.
Oh, good. You got both? This definitely come in handy.
As I'm standing again on the front side of this beast while you cut it open, and I'm like, oh man, I wanted to do it. As I'm still shicking all the purple shellac off of me.
Hopefully we made good time on this. Being down here, I don't know how much time has passed. Because I know if we have to cross the sea, takes 2 days at minimum, even with the fastest boats.
It's a fair point. It's a fair point. I know the fastest boat, but unfortunately, I don't think it's in this region at the time. My father told me about a very, very fast seafaring vessel that I don't think has made it back here from Memnon. So we're in a bit of a conundrum, eh?
and what is that sea vessel called?
Hold on, I'm just getting into my creative juices here.
While this is going on, I just want to investigate the carcass for anything of usefulness.
Can you describe usefulness and a little bit more?
You're looking at Roll20 right now? I'm gonna put it in the chat. Volknir.
All right. Sounds good. Let me add that in real quick.
We'll see. I'm gonna keep putting Norwegian names in until you guys start saying them.
All right. Consider it added. Okay. All right, Pugo, give me the details of what usefulness. Unless you want a generalized answer, I will do that for you.
We'll go generalize on this one because I'm not sure it would be carrying anything. That's a 10.
Okay. I mean, you notice it's got the claws that were hitting Amander and Vendrella. They were super sharp. Like it's the hides is super thick. Like it was taking some nasty bolts of fire before it finally caved in and broke in. The meat from the flaming yongs that Vendrella so elegantly carved out could possibly be used for something. As far as what you're seeing. Other than that, nothing really catches your eye as far as what is on this beast. I'm fixing the lights here real quick, so just go on and continue on how
you guys think we could sell this flesh?
You want to do what, the flesh?
Or the filet mignon pieces?
So, what specific do you want to do with the You want to take it, or what's going on?
I was just asking the party if
Oh, to the party, not me.
they thought there was any value in it. Could we sell this?
Oh, and as you are saying that, I'm gonna walk up to your side, like where you're leaning over the car, because I was over the top of the head, and I'm gonna come around to the side where you guys are, and I'm gonna look down and go, I don't know about that, but this looks pretty sturdy, and take up one of the platelets that was peeled off in the beginning and knock on it, like, that's pretty sturdy, and grab both of them and put them in my pack.
Okay. Anyone else want to do anything?
Yeah.
Hey,
I think we should make our way back to the surface.
I'll give one quick investigation check really quickly if I know from my mercantile skills in traveling over, if I recognize anything on this beast that may be sold at market.
Okay.
That's a 10.
You know, most of it can be sold. You don't remember exactly which parts, but you do know that what you have is a good catch. Along with, there could definitely be a lot more here. Small little fortune.
So I'm going to go up to the head of this thing and grab I imagine so we have the tendrils and then kind of some feelers, if you will, and kind of grab them and just start hacking the head off of it.
All right.
Because I'm taking a trophy.
All right. Give me a strength check.
Yep. That is a 17.
Nice.
How much is that leg gonna weigh?
Clean cut.
A lot.
Just whack.
This. All right. This will take. This is a large head. All right. This is 2 spaces double of your guys's characters. So it will need a helping action in order to bring it out of the cave. So one person on one side, one person on the other side, as far as sizing.
What if I cast levitate and drag it out?
Okay. I mean, yeah. How long is that, for an hour?
Yeah.
Is it a minute or an hour? What is that, as a spell slot?
It's an hour. It's an hour.
Okay.
And no, because Genasi, Air Genasi, no, it's cantrip.
Yeah. I mean, you want to do that? You can totally do that.
So I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna go, Pugo, give me that net really quickly.
Wait, wasn't the net lit
Here
on
is my net.
fire?
What's that?
Didn't you guys light that net on fire?
The net was burned up. We
never used it.
Yeah, I was trying to bring it back in because we didn't use it. So I'm gonna wrap the head up and kind of like Santa Claus bag it. I'm gonna cast levitate on the head and flip it over my shoulder so it's kind of like a balloon behind me. And like, okay, let's go.
All right, sounds good. You definitely you make it happen. I mean, it's a cantrip. You don't need to do anything else for it. So yeah, perfectly. So you guys are just kind of not necessarily surprised at this point, I can imagine, as you watch your comrade in battle chuck off this giant insect's head and toss it in a hand knitted, might I add, a very nicely hand knitted, team created, tier dropped on net that you guys all created with this gooey, ooey, nasty. Okay, sounds good. You can do that.
Man,
Hi, Babo.
Could have chopped its head off like that during the fight.
Well, you see, you know what, Pugo? Let's just get on. We don't have a lot of time.
Yes, we should make our way back to the surface.
We don't have a lot of time yet. You decided to cut off a head and drag it with you.
You were cutting filet mignons and trying to dissect the thing. I just made use of my time in one swing.
Yeah, I mean, it's probably took you about like 30 minutes to.
Right.
do this last
And
experiment.
I'm just gonna take a piece of the filet mignon and throw it in my pack.
All right. In an advanced D&D session, I'd probably ask how
The poison sacks.
No, how you were taking care of this meat as you put it in your pack. But we'll just say it's like nicely wrapped up in like an old leaf of something or that's in your pack.
Well, since I do have a explorer's pack, I'll just wrap it in my bedroll.
Okay.
Okay.
I just
Okay.
narrate things.
I just narrate things. I don't make decisions. You guys are crazy.
I don't make any decisions. I literally have been rolling so much. I don't even
Well, I
make
don't
my
have-
decisions.
I don't have old leaves laying around, so.
Literally, my note on this is Pugo, raw meat, bedroll.
I mean, come on. The Shire, the little crumpets were rolled up in giant, like, bamboo banana leaves. So I was trying to give you the benefit of the doubt. That's what you had with your ratchets.
Right.
All right. Sounds good. You one? You just want one flamingon?
Flemigan.
I guess I'll just take 2.
Okay.
I don't know how many there were, but I don't want to overburden myself.
Why don't you ask Vendrelo?
Oh
the one
my
who cut
god,
him
there's
out?
12 of them. That was a nat 12 on a 12.
And they're probably, a pound a piece?
Yeah, I mean, you can carry up to 8 times your strength, so even if you had an 8, it'd be 64 pounds.
You good.
You carry yourself.
I mean, I could literally levitate whatever you want, bro. I mean,
I think it's concentration,
Right,
though.
I'll take 10 of them.
it does take concentration. I know.
All right. So
10 of them.
10. All right.
Leaving 2 for the babies, and on our way we go.
Boom. There you go. All right. So you guys, let's just go ahead and delete that. All right. So you guys move on your way out. You still hear the babies chipper chattering out and about. As you guys pass these, are you guys doing anything with them?
Nope, I'm walking into walls because I can't see anything. Hey
I
guys,
still have my torch. So.
do you still have your torch out? Are you sure?
Yeah.
Well, okay, never mind then. Forget I spoke.
All right. So you
I
guys...
mean.
Oop.
Oh, we got flattened.
There was a rock. Okay.
Hey then.
All right, so we couldn't have done that last round, but now you're shrinking us and enlarging us.
Yeah. All right. So you saw the one. You guys see those 3. Then Jayla remembers that there's the 2 over here in this yonder direction.
I whacked them, dude. They're dead.
Oh, that's right. Those are dead.
Teppanyaki, bro.
Yep. And you guys make it out of the area here, and now you guys are on your way to Hizah. Wizah?
Can I say, just real quick, for the channel, we completed your first dungeon puzzle.
Well, yeah, that's true. That's true. There's a lot left unexplored, but
I know.
it was still good. It was a good quickie going in and getting the dungeon done.
Quickie.
All right, so you guys making it out. You know, again, it takes about like 30 minutes to get out, bobbing and weaving, going through the tunnel, so on and so forth. So, in total, it took about 3.5 hours. So it's like 9 o'clock at night. Well, probably sorry, 7, 8, because it was 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, about 8, 9. So about 8, 9 o'clock at night. You know, the horses have kind of rested up, as far as what you guys can tell. In a more advanced game, I would have asked, did you guys tie them up, or did you guys do anything with the horses? Because if not,
I did.
they would be dead or gone or
I
something.
did. I tied mine up before I went in. When I hopped off.
Alrighty. So you guys got the 2 horses there. They are due back in like 7
Couple
hours.
hours.
So, or 8 hours. So the next day. It was only 1 day rental. What would you guys like to do from here? So you guys
So we have to
outside.
go ahead.
Yeah, you're outside of the tube.
Fugo Vendrella, we had to present the venom sacks to where?
We have to cross the sea to Anchorage and find a door covered in ice. The poison's supposed to melt it or make it interact magically, so we can advance on to the next task for the Nythul seed.
I'm not familiar with the area. We have the who has the map? How far are we?
Well, we know that the grave is not far from here, or the crypt. Once we first came searching for Michael, if we head that way back through the Elden Forest, we can get back to Milbrin. I believe it's like an hour's walk, if I remember right.
On our steeds, maybe less.
Yeah, so it was about because you guys are past the crypts, past the the crypts are at like basically where the Elder Forest title is, and then you guys
We're
are
up over
deeper
there,
in
yeah.
like the north. So you guys
Yeah.
are in between, like basically Kyrie Mansion and Galdendale, and so
Right up in
that puts you about 3 hours ride.
3 hours ride from Milbrin,
Yeah,
right?
just say that. Yep.
No, that was a question.
Okay.
So yep.
Shall we? And while we're having this conversation, I want to just paint a little word picture here. It's like as we were coming out, and I have this net with a bug head dripping purple goo out of it. It's now turned more into like a balloon type of thing. So as I'm running, it's got levitate casted on it, and I'm pulling it with the net. So it's more of a floating thing going on. And
Okay.
yeah.
All right. Sounds good. I like it. All right. So you guys riding the horses. You guys posting up for the night. What is the plan for this?
Shall we make ride for Milbrin, or shall we set camp?
I believe we should head for Milbrin, because even if we arrive back late, we'll still be ahead of time, so we can return the horses.
All right. So y'all.
What do you say, Vendrilla?
Well, I've been waiting on you guys now forever. If we're gonna get going, we better get going now.
Fair enough.
Yeah, you tell him. All right. So you guys are going off.
I want to go over
All right,
and
let's see.
fasten. I want to go over and fasten the net to my saddle, the rear part of the lashing that goes around the belly of the horse, and fasten it to that, so that I'm not riding along like with a balloon going on, and having to try to hold on to that as I'm riding through. So I want to fasten that to my saddle before the journey.
All right. All right. So you guys are at a gallop heading towards Milbrin. Let's see here.
And my levitate spell falls away after an hour.
All right. So Avender, you do notice halfway through your ride that the horse, all of a sudden started whimpering and slowed down to just a trot instead. Do you keep going, or are you gonna? What do you want to do?
It's just cantrip. I don't know. I brought it up, but it's just cantrip. I'm just gonna cast it. I'm gonna bring it with. I'm just gonna cast it again. I'm gonna cast levitate again, and then just get it back off. I turn around and notice the head's down on the ground, dragging and beating it up, and the net's starting to get all foobarred, and cast levitate once more, but getting a little irritated at my trophy at this point, and trying to keep up as they start to leave. My party starts to leave away from me, and come now and lash the horse again, and as it levitates up again, and it's more like a ping-ponging, bouncing thing going on through the trees, and it's literally beating the head of this thing up, and it's, in my mind, not looking much like a sellable product at this point. So I try to keep it as best I can. I rein in a little bit of the net and lash it a little bit tighter so it's closer to the horse. And at that point, if my levitate spell fails, that the head will be hanging from the horse, not dragging.
Y'all doing this while riding?
Dude, give me a check.
All right, give me a performance. Well, no, let's do
Acrobatics?
animal handling.
Animal handling. Okay, good. I have proficiency in that. So, no, I don't actually. I lied. Never mind. Forget it. Yo, that's an 18.
All right, so it pretty much goes as planned as far as what you just said. So you're able to fasten up the loose around the belly of the horse real quick, and then you're able to go ahead and reel in the head a little bit, remembering to cast cantrip. You do spot that the animal is bleeding just a tiny bit from being battered around by the head of the honk. And yeah, so you guys make it to Milburn at 10, 11, almost midnight.
Mm-hmm. And so, damn Miss Carter's out there crying again.
Maybe, I don't know.
No, I'm just kidding. So you guys are ahead of me because I've been dealing with this head. And Pugo, the stables aren't open. What are we to do with the steeds tonight? And where should we stay?
Why don't we?
Sit right here and look pretty.
Why don't we? I think we should tie the steeds back at the stable.
Just tie them up at the stable?
Yeah. Right to the door.
Right to the door.
God damn. All right. Dude. Vendrella,
sounds like a fair plan to me. What do you say, Vendrella?
Whatever. Let's just get this over with.
And as we make it through town, do we see any places open other than the Wild Run Inn?
No, it's basically all closed down. Maybe a shop or two with some lights that are dimly lit from a fire that's been roasting for like a loft from the shop owners from previous time. But other than that, everything's pretty much closed. So you guys gonna go into the Wild Run. So let me go ahead and give you guys a better view here. So let's go over.
Whoa, girl.
All right, so you guys are don't know how to fix these things. All right. Dang. Oh, it was on that round. Okay. Boom. There you go. Okay. So you guys go in here. So to the stables. You guys go to the stables, tie them off.
As we approach, I want to so yeah, we're gonna go up to the stables, and as we're approaching, Pugo, how you're leading the part. You and Vendrella are leading on your steed, because we only have two. So I assume you guys are back on the same steed, and I'm on mine. So, paint me a word picture. How's this happen?
Do we see any hitching posts?
Yeah.
In front of the stables?
Yeah, you can find a hitching post. Good question. Thank you. So yep, you tie it.
Look.
Go for
it. Say, oh look, there's a hitching post. We can tie the steeds there. We ran them pretty ragged. Hopefully, I forgot his name now.
Okay.
Hopefully the stable master will be okay with this.
Yeah, with
Richard.
Richard.
Well, I don't think he's going to be pleased with us because we didn't return them the first time.
Well, they're back now, aren't they?
Yeah, probably. I agree, Vendrella. It's probably best that we are not here when he wakes up to see them, especially since, and as I'm saying this, I'm gathering up the net, and it's just purple goo all over the hindquarters of my horse.
All right.
Do I notice that his horse is bleeding?
What's your passive perception again? 13?
13, yeah.
Yep, you sure do.
Oh no, the horse. It got injured. I think this is bad if we leave it like this.
Yeah, you can see a noticeable.
Hold on. Go ahead.
You can
Go
see a
ahead.
noticeable slice in its belly from the onk sizers on the
I'm gonna. Okay.